Console wars, baby.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan.
Hey everybody, I'm Wong.
And we're here to chat with you about some of the options this holiday season if you're looking to buy a new video game console or if you want to pick up an old video game console. We've got the Sony PlayStation on one hand, the Microsoft Xbox on the other, and there's the dark horse of the Switch, which everybody loves.
I don't know, what team are you on, Ryan?
For my part, I think I'm going to be going with the Xbox this year. Microsoft Xbox is doing something really inventive this year for its business model. They're selling you the console at one rate, or you can pay it in monthly installments. And if you pay it in monthly installments, you also get access to Xbox Game Pass, which is over 150 games from Microsoft and EA. It's like a Netflix for games.
Actually, I have one right here, Ryan.
Ah,
One right here.
Look at that.
Xbox Series X.
Don't get jealous, but I do have a PlayStation 5. Well, the Paper Mario version of a PlayStation 5 right here.
I've also got a controller here behind me. Check this out. Analogs. Those triggers.
Well, this redesigned PlayStation 5 controller is similarly interesting. It's got a little touchpad here. It's got triggers. They're haptic triggers. Like if you were having a bow and arrow in the middle of a game, you can feel the tension as you snap the arrow.
It sounds a lot like a gimmick.
Yeah, you gotta have a gimmick. Come on.
I should say I'm really more excited about the faster loading times.
Yeah, these faster SSDs on the PlayStation 5 and on the Xbox are so fast, in fact, that it pretty much removes most loading times from games.
I love that. It's your big break, your bathroom break.
Yeah, well, that bathroom break is over now. You're gonna have to hit the pause button.
Let's talk about games. I've been a big fan of PlayStation for many years. Got God of War, Ragnarok, Gran Turismo, Xbox. What do you got?
Well, Xbox is running a little short on exclusives at launch, but Xbox did just purchase a huge gaming company that has a ton of IP, like Doom and the Elder Scrolls. There's basically something for everyone, but it's gonna take a little while for the exclusive games to run out.
I'm personally probably gonna be team PS5, even though I just, the console itself, I mean, there's so many memes about it. It looks like the Barclays Center.
It's kind of hard to pick. I'm gonna go with the Xbox, but maybe only for Game Pass and the controller. I've actually got the Switch Mini right here. This is the more colorful, cuter, cheaper version of the Nintendo Switch that everybody's obsessed with.
It doesn't have next-gen graphics. It doesn't have 4K, but it has one thing Xbox and PlayStation will never have, and that is Mario and all of the Nintendo franchises like Animal Crossing, Pikmin.
Listen, Pikmin is an exciting, good game, but I think the blockbuster here is not Pikmin.
Zelda!
Mario Kart, that's what people buy this for.
Nintendo is just so different. They have a different strategy, you know. They're not competing with Xbox and PlayStation on power or specs. It's always about, innovation and fun, and especially like fun with friends.
If you're thinking like graphics don't matter, I just like gameplay, when you get Nintendo Switch Online, which is much cheaper than anyone else's online service, you get a huge library of NES and Super NES games from Nintendo's history with upgraded multiplayer features. If you're interested in retro games, I have something for you.
What is that?
This is the Analog Super NT.
Oh, that looks hot.
This is the best Super Nintendo that has ever been made. This has HDMI. It plays every single game through the cartridge. And if you have someone in your life that's like a super fan of Nintendo or who grew up with this stuff, this is the ultimate trip down memory lane. You can get an actual retro console like this N64 here, but that's also pretty expensive, and I don't think most people want to unwrap something old during the holidays. So what we do have as a much cheaper, more affordable, but still fun option is the Sega Genesis Mini. These are mini, tiny versions of older consoles that play on new TVs, so the pictures are cleaner and brighter, but it's the Sonic the Hedgehog that you remember from your youth.
Ryan, I'm gonna have to outdo you again in this video. This is the Lego NES, and
Whoa.
I have transformed this non-functional brick set into a functional one. I've crammed a Nintendo NES Classic in here, complete with all the games. Just pop that sucker in there and, you know, sit up front to your CRT, just like the real glory days.
I think that's a really fun option, especially because people are stuck inside and it's a cool project you can do together. And you get something you can play with afterward. And I think we have an entire guide to building this whole thing on inputmag.com.
Definitely check it out.
We have one other console to show. Do you have it on hand?
Right here. This is the Oculus Quest 2 virtual reality, the latest and greatest. Most importantly, the resolution is almost like 50% better. You know, you get more pixels, and it's cheaper. If you have friends, they can also spectate and watch what you're playing on TVs, so it's not as much of an isolating experience anymore as it, you know, VR once was.
No matter what you pick up this holiday season, there's a ton. I mean, there's probably never been more options than this. You've got the PlayStation 5, which is for PlayStation fans who need to have those exclusive games and are willing to spend the money for it.
You've got the Xbox Series X and S if you want the biggest, best graphics and the most power.
And if you're just into gameplay, you just want the funnest games, you want a ton of games, you don't want to spend a ton of money, we can't recommend the Nintendo Switch enough.
And if you really, really want to just like get into the game, my friend here, the Oculus Quest 2, the best virtual reality headset right now on the market.
If you want something a little less immersive, but certainly more nostalgic, you can pick up an old-fashioned console on eBay. You can get one of these gorgeous, incredible console recreations from Analog, or for a very affordable price, you can pick up one of the classic mini consoles like this Sega Genesis Mini for just $50.
And lastly, you know, if you really want to tinker, get one of these Lego NES brick sets and mod it.
All right, I guess that's it for today. I'm gonna go play paper PlayStation.
I'm gonna go into VR right now, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.